Ever wondered how many legs a centipede really has? Despite its name, which comes from the Latin word for hundred, a centipede typically has around 30 legs. This intriguing creature, found in various habitats around the world, often gives people the wrong impression with its name. Centipedes belong to the class Chilopoda and vary greatly in size, color, and number of legs, with some species sporting more or fewer legs. The number can depend on the type of centipede, as they can have anywhere from 15 to 177 pairs of legs, though they always have an odd number of total legs because they add new segments as they grow. Centipedes are carnivorous and are equipped with venomous fangs that help them hunt and immobilize their prey. So while they may not literally have 100 legs, they are fascinating and effective predators in their ecosystems. Their unique adaptations make them an essential part of the food chain, both as hunters and as prey. Next time you see one, remember this surprising detail about their legs. What if I told you students drank wine in school? In France, it was once quite common for students to sip diluted wine during school lunches. This practice, which dates back centuries, highlights the country's deep cultural connection to wine. Instead of serving sugary juices or sodas, schools offered small amounts of wine mixed with water as part of a balanced meal. The idea was to promote moderation and help children develop a healthy attitude toward alcohol. By including wine in school meals, educators aim to teach students about responsible drinking from a young age. This tradition has faded over time, but it reflects how wine was traditionally seen not just as an alcoholic beverage, but as a legitimate part of French dining culture. So next time you think of wine, remember that in France it was once a way for students to enjoy their meals while learning about balance and moderation. Surprisingly, it's a fact that Glastonbury Tor holds secrets. This iconic hill in Somerset, England, rises majestically above the town, not just offering stunning views, but also weaving an intricate tapestry of history and legend. Crowned by the remains of a medieval church tower, Glastonbury Tor is a magnet for both tourists and spiritual seekers. Historically, it has been regarded as a sacred site, with roots tracing back to ancient times, where it attracted countless pilgrims. The hill's connection to King Arthur adds a captivating layer to its story, with many claiming Arthur is buried here, and the Tor possibly marks the entrance to Avalon, a mythical realm of healing and enchantment. As visitors climb its slopes, they immerse themselves in these rich narratives, seeking the spiritual energy that radiates from this remarkable site. With every step taken on Glastonbury Tor, one can feel the weight of centuries of stories and legends around them. Whether intrigued by history or drawn to spirituality, exploring Glastonbury Tor offers an unforgettable experience, inviting everyone to uncover its mysteries. Believe it or not, sea cucumbers can eject their organs. These fascinating creatures have developed an extraordinary defense mechanism that makes them stand out in the animal kingdom. When threatened by predators, some sea cucumbers go to the extreme of ejecting their internal organs, which can work as a distraction, allowing them a chance to escape. This surprising feat is not the end for the sea cucumber, as they possess the remarkable ability to regenerate their lost organs over time. This regeneration process highlights the diverse survival strategies animals use. While most creatures rely on speed or camouflage to evade danger, sea cucumbers take a bold approach that literally involves sacrificing a part of themselves. Their unique adaptations inspire wonder and curiosity about the incredible techniques life has developed to cope with challenges. The resilience of sea cucumbers prompts us to consider how many other astonishing adaptations exist in the marine world. What other surprising survival strategies can we learn about in the ocean? You won't believe this about your finger movements. It might surprise you to learn that your fingers don't actually have muscles of their own. Instead, the real magic happens in the forearm and palm, where powerful muscles pull on tendons that connect to the bones in your fingers. This clever system provides you with incredible dexterity while keeping your fingers light and agile. When you want to wave hello or type a text, your brain sends signals to these forearm muscles, which then tug on the tendons to make your fingers move. This design helps you perform tasks like playing the piano or gripping a pencil with precision. Plus, because the muscles are tucked safely in your forearm, your fingers remain nimble for delicate movements. So next time you type or play, remember the muscular teamwork happening just above your wrist. Isn't that fascinating? Let's uncover the truth about reptile reproduction. Did you know that most reptiles are oviparous, which means they lay eggs? The fascinating part is the wide range of incubation periods for these eggs, which can last anywhere from just a few weeks to several months. This variation depends heavily on environmental conditions, such as temperature and humidity. For instance, a common species like the green sea turtle may take up to 60 days to hatch its eggs, while certain snakes can have incubation periods extending to 3 months or more. These reptiles have adapted to their specific environments to ensure the best chances for their young. During incubation, the temperature can play a crucial role in determining the sex of the hatchlings, with some species producing males at cooler temperatures and females at warmer ones. Isn't nature full of surprises? Guess what really drives iconic advertising campaigns? In 2011, Chrysler executed a groundbreaking strategy by featuring the legendary rapper Eminem alongside a stirring gospel choir in a remarkable commercial. This bold move, backed by a $4 million budget, transcended traditional car advertising by weaving a powerful narrative of American resilience and innovation. Set against the vibrant backdrop of Detroit, the ad not only showcased Chrysler's revival in the automotive industry, but also paid homage to the city's rich musical heritage. This creative blend resulted in a captivating visual and auditory experience that resonated with millions, encapsulating the hard work and determination that define the American spirit. The campaign quickly gained traction, amassing over 16 million views on YouTube, and emphasizing that the right mix of music, emotion, and storytelling can create lasting impressions. Chrysler's ad wasn't just about selling cars. It transformed a typical commercial into a cultural milestone, illustrating how brands can forge deep connections with their audience and leave an enduring impact on society. Check out this bizarre hunting method from Sudan. In certain areas of Sudan, pastoralists have developed a unique strategy to outsmart their prey. Instead of just relying on traditional hunting techniques, they engage in an unusual practice of cutting their tails. While this may sound strange, it's not done for hygiene reasons but to camouflage their scent. By removing their tails, hunters believe they can mask their natural odor, making it harder for animals to detect them as they approach traps. This clever tactic plays on the instincts of various animals, allowing hunters to get closer without alerting them. The ability to blend into the environment and remain unnoticed showcases the resourcefulness of these pastoral communities. This intriguing method highlights the deep connection between people and nature in Sudan, illustrating how traditional practices evolve to ensure survival in challenging conditions. So next time you think about hunting strategies, remember that innovation often comes in the most unexpected forms. Here's a wild fact about The Silence of the Lambs. Released in 1991, this chilling thriller took home the Oscar for Best Picture, but interestingly, it did not receive any acting nominations that year. This is quite rare in the film industry, where stellar performances often steal the spotlight. The film's gripping story and masterful direction by Jonathan Demme captivated audiences and critics alike, focusing on the psychological tension of the plot rather than showcasing individual actors. Jodie Foster's portrayal of FBI trainee Clarice Starling and Anthony Hopkins' eerie performance as Dr. Hannibal Lecter are iconic, yet the film's success is largely attributed to its intense narrative and production style. This significant moment raised questions about how we judge films. Does a great story eclipse individual talent? The Silence of the Lambs remains a perfect example of how storytelling can triumph over individual accolades. Have you ever wondered about colorful arsenic in history? In the 18th and 19th centuries, artists and designers used vibrant arsenic-based pigments, like Scheele's green, to achieve stunning colors in their paintings and wallpapers. These bright hues were not only popular, but also fascinating, yet they hid a dark secret. Homes at that time often had damp conditions, which created the perfect environment for molds to grow on these colorful surfaces. As the molds thrived, they released arsenic-laden gases into the air, leading to chronic poisoning for the inhabitants. Symptoms included persistent headaches, respiratory problems, and fatigue. Imagine living in a home filled with beautiful colors, unaware that your walls might be contributing to your ill health. This hidden danger shows how our love for beauty can sometimes come with unexpected risks. So the next time you admire a stunning historical artwork or wallpaper, remember the toxic truth behind those vibrant colors. Here's a wild fact about ever wondered how the Matrix reshaped fashion trends? In the late 1990s, the Matrix exploded onto screens, delivering not only a groundbreaking narrative, but igniting a major fashion revolution. The film's striking cyberpunk aesthetic, characterized by sleek black leather coats, combat boots, and oversized sunglasses, captivated audiences globally and set a new tone for style. People began adopting this edgy, futuristic look in their everyday wear, which was influenced heavily by the iconic characters like Neo and Trinity. Suddenly, these on-screen heroes became style icons whose bold outfits inspired fans everywhere. This influence extended far beyond casual wear. High-fashion designers eagerly embraced the Matrix vibe, intertwining its elements with traditional runway styles. What unfolded was a digital renaissance that blended technology and fashion, reshaping the landscape. Various subcultures, from goths to skaters, also found themselves drawn to this new aesthetic, embedding its essence into their identities. So the next time you spot someone in a black leather coat and shades, remember, it's a testament to how a film can profoundly transform the fashion narrative. Have you ever wondered why armadillos carry leprosy? It might sound surprising, but these unique little creatures are the only mammals known to naturally contract and harbor the bacteria that cause leprosy, scientifically called Mycobacterium leprae. The nine-banded armadillo in particular has a fascinating connection to this ancient disease. These creatures have lower body temperatures, making them an ideal host for the bacteria. In certain regions of the southern United States, approximately 20% of armadillos are found to carry leprosy, serving as reservoirs for the bacteria in the environment. While leprosy has become quite rare in humans today, this revelation highlights the intertwining of our lives with the animal kingdom. Historically associated only with humans, leprosy is now understood through the lens of armadillos, providing researchers valuable insights into disease transmission and pathology. Although the risk of contracting leprosy from armadillos is low, it emphasizes the importance of appreciating these hardy little critters. They often roam our backyards, reminding us of the complexities of nature and the interconnectedness of life on Earth. What if I told you Unani is rewriting pension history? After a long wait of 30 years, Unani has become the first individual to restart pension payments, bringing joy and relief to many who have contributed to the pension system throughout their lives. For decades, workers waited in uncertainty, hoping they would one day receive the benefits promised to them. Unani's bold move not only provides vital financial support to retirees, but also sets a precedent for other regions struggling with similar issues. With this first payment, thousands can finally enjoy their well-deserved retirement, spending time with family or pursuing hobbies they love. This groundbreaking step shows how important it is to honor the commitment to workers who dedicated years to building the community. Will Unani inspire others to take action on unpaid pensions and create a more secure future for everyone? Here's a wild fact about toilet paper. Did you know that toilet paper was invented in China during the 6th century AD? Back then, it was a luxury that only emperors and high-ranking officials could afford, making it a symbol of status and comfort. Imagine living in a time when most people in Europe had to rely on leaves, hay, or even their hands for cleanliness. While the Chinese were enjoying soft, specially made paper, the rest of the world was stuck with much less pleasant options. It wasn't until the 14th century that toilet paper began to spread beyond China, gradually making its way to Europe, where people were still quite skeptical about this new invention. Fast forward to today, toilet paper is a bathroom staple for millions, showing just how much personal hygiene practices have evolved. Right? Wouldn't it be fascinating to think about the impact of such a simple invention on our daily lives? Meet the Hobbit of Florosaur, tiny ancient relatives. This fascinating creature, known scientifically as Homo floresiensis, offers a unique glimpse into our human story. These small, human-like beings lived on the island of Flores in Indonesia around 50,000 years ago, showcasing a different path of evolution. Standing about 3.5 feet tall, they remind us that the human family tree is not as simple as we once thought. Unlike modern humans, the hobbits had smaller brains and different body structures, yet they used tools and likely hunted small animals. Their discovery has sparked debates among scientists about how diverse early humans may have been. Why were they so small? Some suggest that living on a remote island limited their resources, causing a phenomenon called island dwarfism. The legacy of Homo floresiensis challenges our understanding of what it means to be human and pushes us to explore the rich tapestry of our evolutionary past. What other surprises could be hiding in the history of humanity? Believe it or not, casinos use facial recognition technology. This advanced software helps identify known cheaters or those banned from entering. Imagine walking into a casino and the system instantly recognizes someone who has been caught cheating in the past. It's like having a smart security guard on watch. Additionally, casinos take fairness seriously. They rely on card shuffling machines to mix the cards thoroughly, ensuring that games remain random and fair for every player. Meanwhile, slot machines are also equipped with sensors that monitor for any irregularities, like unusual patterns that suggest cheating or malfunctioning. These high-tech tools create a safer environment for everyone, allowing players to enjoy their experience without worrying about dishonest tactics. With technology constantly evolving, how might casinos improve their security even more in the future? Did you know that Italy built a courthouse for the mafia trial? This remarkable decision was made in the 1980s when the Italian government was determined to take a stand against organized crime. The courthouse in Palermo was specifically designed to handle an unprecedented case that began in 1986, involving 434 defendants connected to the Sicilian mafia. The trial, stretching over 6 years, is recognized as the largest of its kind in history. It showcased a bold move to confront the powerful mafia, with judges and prosecutors fiercely dedicated to seeking justice despite threats and intimidation. During this monumental legal battle, testimonies revealed the extent of mafia operations and corruption, making it a pivotal moment in Italy's ongoing struggle against crime. The trial not only aimed to hold criminals accountable, but also sought to inspire public faith in the legal system. Can you imagine the bravery it took to pursue such a massive endeavor? Get ready to discover Ralph Lauren's stylish legacy. Founded in 1967, the Polo Ralph Lauren sportswear line has become a major player in the fashion world, celebrated for its classic and sporty designs. The brand is instantly recognizable thanks to its iconic polo player logo, which represents the essence of American style and sophistication. Ralph Lauren himself started with a vision of creating ties that boasted a unique flair, which eventually blossomed into a full-fledged lifestyle brand. Over the years, Polo Ralph Lauren has expanded its offerings, catering to both men and women with a diverse range of apparel, accessories, and fragrances. Its timeless aesthetics not only reflect athleticism, but also symbolize affluence and luxury. This successful blend of sport and elegance has transformed how people perceive and wear fashion. Would you wear something that embodies such a rich history? You won't believe this about Alan Markovitz's revenge. In 2013, Alan Markovitz found an unconventional way to express his anger after learning of his wife's infidelity. Instead of resorting to bitterness, he decided to make a bold statement. Markovitz purchased the house right next door to his estranged wife's home and erected a gigantic statue of a hand giving the middle finger. This eye-catching sculpture was strategically positioned to point directly at her house. The shocking image quickly gained attention, turning into a local legend. While some viewed it as an amusing act of defiance, others questioned its maturity. Regardless of opinions, Markovitz's audacious move became a symbol of his frustration and creativity in dealing with personal betrayal. What does this story say about the lengths people will go for revenge? Did you know cats were once called deceitful? In an early edition of his dictionary, renowned lexicographer Noah Webster didn't hold back when discussing domestic cats. He described them as deceitful animals that could become extremely spiteful when angered. This characterization might surprise many cat lovers today, who often see their feline friends as playful and affectionate companions. Webster's description reflects how cats have been perceived throughout history, balancing their charm with a mysterious air. It's fascinating to think how our understanding of these animals has evolved, shifting from labels of deceit to recognition of their complex personalities. Today, many people cherish the companionship of cats for their independent spirit and unique behaviors. So the next time your cat gives you that sly look, think back to Webster's words and wonder if there's a little mischief behind those eyes. Teenagers' shocking choice for an iPhone raises eyebrows. In 2011, a 17-year-old boy from China made a drastic decision to sell one of his kidneys illegally, all for the sake of buying the latest gadgets, an iPhone and an iPad. Intrigued by the allure of owning top-notch gaming devices, he didn't consider the long-term consequences of his actions. Fast forward a decade later, and this choice has left him with serious health complications, showcasing the dangers of impulse decisions. The case not only highlights the lengths some are willing to go for technology, but also raises critical questions about the ethics of organ trading and the pressures on youth in our gadget-driven society. Why would someone risk their health for material possessions? This story serves as a cautionary tale about valuing our health over fleeting trends. Surprising truth about your gut bacteria. Did you know that the average person carries between 5 to 10 pounds of bacteria in their intestines? That's about the weight of a small dog. These tiny microbes may sound a bit gross, but they play a vital role in your health. Your gut hosts trillions of bacteria, which help digest food, absorb nutrients, and even produce vitamins. They also support your immune system, fighting off harmful pathogens and keeping your body balanced. Interestingly, everyone has a unique mix of bacteria, influenced by factors like diet, environment, and genetics. This means that what's in your intestines can vary significantly from someone else's. A diverse gut microbiome is generally healthier, leading researchers to explore how probiotics and dietary changes can improve gut health. So next time you think about your weight, remember that a part of it is made up of these helpful bacteria doing their job quietly and efficiently. Isn't it fascinating how much is happening inside us? Did you know Antarctica is a desert too? This icy continent holds the title of the driest, windiest, and coldest place on Earth, which might sound surprising. Despite being covered in a thick blanket of ice, Antarctica receives less than 2 inches of rainfall each year, placing it in the same category as arid deserts like the Sahara. The extreme cold prevents moisture from hanging in the air, contributing to its classification as a desert. With wind gusts that can reach up to 200 miles per hour, the conditions can feel downright hostile. Yet life persists in this harsh environment, with unique adaptations allowing creatures like penguins and seals to thrive in the icy waters. So when people think of deserts, they often imagine hot sands, but Antarctica reminds us that a desert can be icy and breathtakingly beautiful too. Did you know sleep deprivation can trick your brain? When we don't get enough sleep, our brains can experience something fascinating called microsleeps. These are brief moments of sleep that can last just a few seconds, and they occur without us even realizing it. Microsleeps are the brain's way of taking a quick break to preserve vital functions. When you're running on empty, like during an all-nighter or a stressful week, your brain can flicker in and out of reality, sometimes even while you're doing something important, like driving or working. This protective measure might seem like a strange response, but it highlights how essential sleep is for our cognitive function. In fact, a lack of proper sleep can impact your attention, memory, and decision-making. Next time you feel foggy-headed, remember that your brain is battling to keep you functioning even in those tiny moments of shut-eye. Why not prioritize a good night's sleep? Unlocking the secret of padlocks. Did you know that small hole at the bottom of a padlock isn't just there for decoration? It actually serves a practical purpose by letting water drain out when your padlock gets caught in the rain. Imagine your favorite padlock rusting away because rainwater gets trapped inside. This simple design feature helps prevent moisture from accumulating, which can lead to rust and other damage over time. So next time you see that tiny hole, think of it as a tiny lifesaver. Engineers understand that even small details can make a big difference in the longevity of everyday items. While padlocks may seem straightforward, they are designed with functionality in mind. This hole might seem insignificant, but it reflects clever problem-solving in engineering. Whether you're securing a bike, a locker, or a gate, this design helps keep your lock working smoothly, no matter the weather. Isn't it fascinating how something so small can have such a big impact? Prepare to be amazed by Bill Murray's comedy pick. In a surprising twist, legendary actor Bill Murray declared that the 2004 Hong Kong comedy film Kung Fu Hustle is the height of modern comedy. This vibrant film, directed by Stephen Chow, expertly blends slapstick humor with kung fu action, creating a unique experience that captivates audiences worldwide. The plot unfolds in 1940s Shanghai, following a hapless wannabe gangster who stumbles into a fierce battle between rival martial arts factions. Filled with dazzling choreography, colorful characters, and clever gags, it pushes boundaries by combining various comedy styles. Murray's endorsement shines a spotlight on the film's brilliance, encouraging fans of all ages to explore its humor and heart. With its playful storytelling and unforgettable scenes, could it be that Kung Fu Hustle truly represents a comedy masterpiece? Here's a wild fact about dragonflies. These fascinating insects boast an incredible power-to-weight ratio that gives them astonishing agility in the air. Dragonflies can accelerate at 4G when flying straight, and that number skyrockets to 9G during sharp turns, especially when they're chasing after their prey. This means dragonflies can change direction and speed much faster than most other flying creatures, making them expert hunters. Their specialized wings can move independently, allowing for complex maneuvers that would leave other insects dizzy. With their stunning colors and impressive flying abilities, dragonflies can reach speeds of up to 35 miles per hour. They don't just look spectacular. Their speed and agility play a crucial role in their ability to catch smaller insects like mosquitoes and flies. Isn't it amazing how such a small creature can be a powerhouse in the sky? Can you imagine that eating fat doesn't equal weight gain? Many folks think that munching on fatty foods will instantly add pounds to their waistlines. However, the truth is a bit more complex. Weight gain happens when we take in more calories than our bodies burn. So if you indulge in a creamy dessert or a handful of nuts, it won't necessarily lead to extra weight if you're managing your overall caloric intake. Dietary fats are an essential part of a healthy diet, providing energy and supporting cell functions. Foods like avocados, olive oil, and salmon contain healthy fats that can actually help keep you full and satisfied, making it easier to maintain a balanced diet. The important lesson here is that moderation is key, and it's all about finding the right balance between the calories you consume and the calories you burn. So next time you're enjoying a tasty meal, remember, it's not just about the fat. Prepare to be amazed by your brain's power. Did you know that the human brain operates using about the same amount of energy as a small 10-watt light bulb? This surprising fact highlights just how efficient our brains really are. Despite managing complex tasks, from solving math problems to creating art, our brains use only a tiny amount of power compared to many other machines. This remarkable efficiency is essential for survival, as it allows us to think, learn, and interact without draining our energy reserves. The brain's energy comes primarily from glucose, a type of sugar that fuels its activities. This means that while we might feel mentally exhausted after a long day, our brains are often using less power than you would expect. Isn't it incredible how such an intricate system can work on so little? How do we make the most of this amazing organ? Here's a wild fact about Costa Rican lizards. This fascinating reptile has developed the extraordinary ability to stay submerged underwater for up to 16 minutes. Imagine being able to hold your breath for that long. These lizards, native to the lush rainforests of Costa Rica, utilize a clever adaptation that sets them apart. When they dive underwater, an air bubble forms around their head. This bubble acts like a personal oxygen tank, allowing them to recycle the oxygen they exhale. By doing this, they can evade predators lurking above while still maintaining vital oxygen levels. It's like having a secret weapon in the wild. This remarkable ability not only helps them escape danger, but also highlights the incredible ways animals adapt to their environments. So the next time you think about survival skills in nature, remember the Costa Rican lizard and its impressive underwater tricks. How do you think these adaptations impact its survival in the rainforest ecosystem? Have you heard how elephants find water? Elephants are remarkable creatures, not just for their size, but for their incredible ability to detect water sources. Using their tusks and feet, these gentle giants can sense underground water, often locating it where other animals might have no clue. This skill is particularly crucial during dry seasons or in arid environments, as elephants dig with their tusks to access hidden water reservoirs, creating drinking spots not just for themselves but for many other animals too. Their actions help maintain the delicate balance of their ecosystem, showcasing how nature's interconnected web functions. When elephants find water, they are not only supporting their own lives, they are also ensuring other creatures, from birds to zebras, get the hydration they need. Isn't it fascinating how one species can have such a profound impact on its environment? What if I told you boa constrictors have a perfect name? This fascinating snake species gets its common name from its scientific name, boa constrictor, which is quite rare in the animal kingdom. When you say boa constrictor, you're saying the same thing twice in different ways. Boa comes from a word that means to swallow, reflecting how these snakes capture and engulf their prey. They are non-venomous and kill their dinner by constricting or squeezing their victims until they cannot breathe. Found in the rainforests of South America, these impressive reptiles can grow to be over 13 feet long. Their skin, adorned with beautiful patterns, helps them blend into their surroundings while they wait patiently for a meal. So the next time you hear boa constrictor, remember that this name tells you everything you need to know about this incredible creature. Have you ever wondered why Brazil is a tree paradise? Brazil boasts the highest number of tree species in the world, with an astonishing count of over 8,700 different types. This diversity is unmatched, making the Amazon rainforest, along with other forests across the country, an ecological treasure. What's even more amazing is that about half of these species are endemic, meaning they can only be found in Brazil. This unique flora supports a vast array of wildlife, providing habitats for countless birds, mammals, and insects. The importance of these trees goes beyond beauty. They play a crucial role in absorbing carbon dioxide, producing oxygen, and maintaining ecosystems. With ongoing threats like deforestation and climate change, it's crucial to protect these precious species and their habitats. So next time you admire a tree, remember it might just be one of the many unique gems that make Brazil a biodiversity hotspot. Turns out the truth is that Pringles cans are special. Frederick Bauer, the creative mind behind the iconic Pringles can, had a quirky wish: to be buried in one. After he passed away at the age of 89, his family decided to honor this whimsical request, showcasing not only their love for him, but also his legacy. Instead of a traditional burial, they purchased a Pringles can, reflecting Bauer's fun spirit and innovation in packaging. The can itself is not just a container, it's become a symbol of convenience and freshness for snack lovers everywhere. It's hard to imagine that something so familiar and cherished came from one man's vision. This unique burial choice sparked conversations about how we remember those we love and the creative contributions that leave lasting impressions. So, would you consider a memorable tribute like this for yourself or a loved one? Why does Louisiana need church insurance more than ever? Church insurance plays a crucial role in protecting religious organizations from a range of risks, including property damage and liability. In Louisiana, where heavy rainfall and hurricanes can strike suddenly, having this type of coverage is essential for safeguarding church properties. A prime example of its importance became clear after the devastating floods of 2016, which caused extensive damage to numerous churches throughout the state. Many of these organizations found themselves in dire straits, unable to rebuild or recover without financial assistance. Additionally, Louisiana's unique geography and climate make it particularly susceptible to natural disasters, highlighting an ongoing need for protective measures like church insurance. This coverage not only helps in repairing damages, but also ensures that the spiritual community can continue its important work without interruption. For congregations who find comfort and purpose in their faith, these insurance policies serve as a safety net, allowing them to focus on their mission while protecting their physical spaces. Ever tasted pambazo? It's a Mexican delight. This traditional dish is not only delicious, but also a favorite at celebrations and food stalls across Mexico. Pambazo is a unique creation made with compact, sturdy bread that holds up against a rich, spicy sauce known as aguajillo. Imagine biting into soft dough that's perfectly soaked with flavor without falling apart. The sauce, made from guajillo peppers, adds a vibrant red color and a depth of flavor that dances on your palate. Vendors often serve pambazo filled with potatoes, chorizo, or other tasty ingredients, ensuring each bite is packed with flavor. Whether you find it at a bustling street market or during a festive gathering, pambazo brings people together, making every occasion feel special. The combination of textures, the crispy edges of the bread, the smooth sauce, and the hearty filling creates a truly unforgettable culinary experience. So next time you're looking to explore authentic Mexican flavors, don't miss out on trying this mouth-watering dish that captures the spirit of Mexican cuisine. Meet Jonathan the tortoise, a 190-year-old wonder. Jonathan, the oldest known living land animal, celebrated a remarkable 190 years of life in 2022. Born in 1832, this incredible tortoise has called the island of St. Helena home since 1882. While most tortoises live for several decades, Jonathan's age is extraordinary and has made him a cherished figure on the island. Over his long life, he has witnessed countless changes, from the end of the Victorian era to the advent of the internet. His remarkable journey offers a living link to history, as he has survived wars, explored advances in technology, and adapted to the changing environment around him. Jonathan's favorite foods include fresh vegetables and fruits, which keep him healthy and vibrant. Residents and tourists alike are fascinated by his gentle nature and the stories he carries through time. As he continues to age gracefully, Jonathan serves as a reminder of the wonders of our natural world and the importance of conservation efforts to protect species like him. Could there be a more inspiring creature than this living legend? You might be shocked to learn that a comic cafe exists. Imagine stepping into a world entirely in black and white. This unique cafe in South Korea is designed to look just like a comic book, creating a fun and immersive experience for visitors. Every corner of the space is adorned with hand-drawn art, from the walls to the furniture and even the utensils. As you sip your coffee, you might feel like you've jumped right into a story. The vibrant sketches add a whimsical touch that transports you into a different realm, where everything seems to spring from the pages of a graphic novel. People of all ages visit this cafe, inspired by the playful aesthetics. It's a fantastic spot for photos, creativity, and even catching up with friends while enjoying a slice of cake. So would you dare to enter this artistic wonderland? Did you know bike riding soldiers once armed with machine guns existed? In the 1920s, the U.S. military explored an innovative way to enhance infantry mobility by training soldiers to ride bicycles equipped with mounted machine guns. This bold idea aimed to create a fast and agile fighting force that could swiftly move across various terrains. Imagine soldiers pedaling along, ready to engage the enemy while balancing heavy weapons. However, this unconventional strategy faced significant challenges. The bicycles proved unstable in combat situations, making it difficult for soldiers to maintain balance while aiming their weapons. As a result, the military ultimately abandoned this approach, recognizing that traditional methods of warfare were more effective. While the idea might seem strange today, it highlights how inventive thinking can sometimes lead to peculiar experiments in military history. What if I told you radiation exposure lingers in Russia? For decades, areas like Chernobyl have been in the spotlight, but the terrifying effects of radiation exposure are still relevant today. Many individuals who live near these sites worry about health issues that can surface long after the exposure has ended. Studies show that long-term exposure to radiation can lead to serious conditions such as cancer and genetic mutations, affecting not only those directly exposed, but even future generations. This ongoing concern drives scientists to continually examine the implications of prior incidents, measuring everything from the amounts of radiation released to its long-term effects on human health. Despite advances in technology and public safety measures, the shadows of past nuclear disasters remind us of the importance of monitoring health risks and supporting affected communities. Are we doing enough to protect ourselves and our environment from these hidden dangers? Let's uncover the truth about giant snowballs. In January 1882, a shocking train collision in New York left a scene of devastation and danger. As rescuers rushed to help, they quickly ran out of water to fight the flames roaring from the wreckage. In a creative twist, these brave individuals started using giant snowballs to douse the fire. The snow helped cool the burning train cars, showcasing people's resourcefulness in emergencies. Among the tragic victims was Webster Wagner, a prominent figure who was tragically crushed between two sleeping cars that he manufactured. His story adds a somber note to this unusual rescue effort. Can you imagine how a simple snowball turned into a life-saving tool that day? This remarkable event reminds us that even in dire situations, creativity and quick thinking can emerge when least expected. Why exactly does a parsec matter in astronomy? A parsec is a fascinating unit of measurement that astronomers use to understand the vastness of space. Imagine measuring distances so great that kilometers or miles just don't cut it. 1 parsec equals about 3.26 light years, or an astonishing 30.9 trillion kilometers. To put this into perspective, think about how far light travels in 1 year. It's about 9.46 trillion kilometers. The name parsec comes from parallax and arcsecond, relating to how astronomers measure distances to stars using parallax angles. This method involves observing a star from 2 different positions as the Earth orbits the Sun. By calculating the angle created at a star's position, astronomers can determine its distance. Understanding parsecs helps scientists make sense of the universe's structure and navigate between celestial bodies. Isn't it incredible how we can measure such unimaginable distances? Can you imagine catching every giant freshwater fish? In a thrilling conclusion to his epic journey, our hero took on the ultimate challenge, completing the entire side quest of life. This journey was more than just a leisurely pastime. It involved fishing in rivers, lakes, and oceans, all in pursuit of these massive, awe-inspiring creatures. With each catch, he faced unique challenges, from battling fierce currents to understanding the habitats of these giants. The show depicted not just his fishing prowess, but also the excitement and dedication that come with mastering such a diverse skill set. Each giant fish found represented a milestone, adding to his experience and shaping his character in incredible ways. By the end of the show, he had not only achieved his goal, but also inspired countless viewers to appreciate the wonders of nature and perhaps even take on a few quests of their own. What adventures await you in the great outdoors? Can conditioning really cause mental health issues in a week? It turns out, yes. Psychological conditioning can lead to significant changes in mental health, even in those who have never experienced any issues before. Through a series of negative experiences or intense stress, a person may develop symptoms of severe mental illness within days. Anxiety, depression, or even PTSD can emerge as a reaction to overwhelming pressure. Factors like trauma or environmental stressors play a crucial role. For instance, a person facing constant criticism or emotional abuse can quickly find themselves trapped in a cycle of fear and hopelessness. The brain's response to these conditions can be alarming, as unhealthy patterns form and take hold. Understanding this phenomenon emphasizes the importance of mental health awareness and the need for supportive environments. It's a wake-up call for how we treat others and ourselves, revealing that early intervention can make all the difference. So are we aware of the impact our words and actions have on mental well-being? Here's a wild fact about 3D printers. They were first invented in the 1980s, initially capturing the imagination of inventors and tech enthusiasts. However, it wasn't until the early 2000s that 3D printers truly took off, transforming how we think about manufacturing and prototyping. Imagine creating complex designs layer by layer, rather than carving or molding materials into shape. This revolutionary technology allows designers and engineers to turn digital models into physical objects with remarkable ease. From building toys to even medical implants, the versatility of 3D printing knows no bounds. Schools, startups, and large companies alike have embraced this innovation, making it accessible to everyone. With just a few clicks, you can now print everything from custom phone cases to intricate architectural models. Isn't it amazing how far technology has come? Why exactly does a portable digital microscope amaze us? This incredible gadget is compact enough to fit right in your pocket, making it the ultimate tool for exploration. With its built-in touchscreen, you can easily navigate its functions without fussing with complicated buttons or screens. What's even cooler is that it can capture stunning photos and videos all on its own. This means you can examine tiny details of leaves, insects, or even your own skin, and record your findings without needing a computer. Imagine sharing your discoveries with friends right away, or even using it for school science projects. The portable digital microscope opens the door to a whole new world of learning and curiosity. It's perfect for students, hobbyists, or anyone with an interest in science. The ease of use and accessibility truly makes science fun and engaging, don't you think? Did you know drongo birds are clever thieves? These fascinating birds have developed a unique skill that showcases their intelligence and adaptability. In the wild, drongos often hang around the meerkats, which are known for their alertness to danger. When a drongo spots a meal option nearby, it cleverly mimics the alarm calls of meerkats. This trick creates a false sense of urgency, causing the meerkats to drop their food as they rush to find safety. While the meerkats scatter, the cunning drongo swoops in to feast on the forgotten meal. This behavior not only highlights the bird's quick thinking, but also illustrates the complex dynamics of animal interactions in the ecosystem. By using deception to its advantage, the drongo reminds us that intelligence can take many forms in the animal kingdom. Isn't it amazing how survival can involve such crafty tactics? Believe it or not, triplet births can happen fast. The term Irish triple refers to an extraordinary situation where 3 children are born within just 12 months. This rare occurrence often happens when a mother has twins and then conceives again shortly after. Or in some cases, if a woman delivers a single baby and then has twins later. Imagine the whirlwind of joy and chaos in a household filled with 3 little ones so close in age. It can create a unique bond between the siblings as they grow up experiencing similar milestones together, like first steps and first days of school. However, it also poses challenges for parents who must manage the ups and downs of parenting multiple infants simultaneously. With lots of love, patience, and some extra help, families facing the adventure of an Irish triple can navigate this exciting and demanding chapter of life. Isn't it fascinating how nature surprises us? Why exactly does Kabul have a garden legacy? Historically, Kabul, the capital city of Afghanistan, was known as the City of Gardens, famed for its lush green spaces and striking parks. One of the most notable parks is the Gardens of Babur, which dates back to the 16th century. These gardens serve as the final resting place of the Mughal Emperor Babur, who founded the Mughal Empire in India. Reflecting traditional Persian-style landscape design, the Gardens of Babur feature terrace lawns, serene water channels, and an array of flowering trees that bring color and life to the area. As you stroll through the gardens, you can almost hear the whispers of history echoing in the gentle breeze. Today, these gardens remain a beloved recreational spot for both locals and visitors, offering a peaceful escape from the bustling city life. This beautiful spot showcases Kabul's cultural heritage and its age-old connection to nature, reminding us of a time when the city flourished as a green oasis of beauty and tranquility. What can we learn from Kabul's garden history? Did you know Canada grows most of the world's lentils? This amazing fact highlights Canada's vital role in global agriculture, producing over a third of the world's lentils. The province of Saskatchewan is the powerhouse behind this impressive statistic, where vast fields of vibrant green and golden lentil crops thrive. Lentils are a popular legume packed with protein, fiber, and essential nutrients, making them a favorite ingredient in many cuisines around the world. Farmers in Saskatchewan utilize modern farming techniques and favorable weather conditions to cultivate these nutritious seeds. The lentil harvest isn't just significant for local economies, it also impacts global food security, as many countries import these legumes for their nutritious benefits. By nurturing healthy lentil crops, Saskatchewan contributes to a sustainable food system while boosting its own agricultural economy. So next time you enjoy a delicious lentil soup or salad, remember that Saskatchewan plays a key role in bringing those wholesome ingredients to your table. Did you know that Argentina has a mysterious island? The Parano Delta is home to a fascinating place known as the Eye. This unique island stands out because of its almost perfect round shape, which makes it look like a giant marble floating on the water. But that's not all. As you gaze at it, you might notice an optical illusion that gives the impression the island is gliding slowly through the shimmering water. This captivating phenomenon is caused by the gentle currents and the way light interacts with the landscape. The Eye is part of a rich ecosystem teeming with wildlife, including birds and aquatic creatures, making it a fantastic spot for nature lovers. Visitors are often left in awe, wondering how such a perfectly round island formed and what secrets it might hold beneath its surface. Have you ever seen an island that moves before? Why is Chilean tow the drink of warmth? This traditional beverage hails from the vibrant regions of Oaxaca, Puebla, and Veracruz, making it a cherished part of Mexican culture. Known for its spicy flavor, Chilean tow is a delightful blend of corn and dried chilies, particularly guajillo, which gives it a distinctive kick. The thick texture of this ancient elixir provides a comforting sensation, especially on cool days when warmer drinks are in demand. Imagine gathering around with friends or family, enjoying this unique concoction that has been passed down through generations. The process of making Chilean tow involves cooking corn, then mixing it with water and spices, creating a rich flavor profile that tantalizes the taste buds. Enjoying this drink not only warms you up, but also connects you to the rich culinary traditions of Mexico. So whether you're seeking comfort on a chilly evening or curious about new flavors, Chilean tow is definitely worth a try. It might just become your new favorite warm drink. Hard to believe, but ashes can become diamonds. To create a beautiful memorial diamond from ashes, you'll need around 200 grams of cremated remains. This process transforms carbon from the ashes into a sparkling gem, a unique way to cherish a loved one's memory. Some innovative companies even go a step further by incorporating carbon extracted from hair into the mix. This personal touch adds even more significance to each diamond, making it an extraordinary keepsake. The journey begins with collecting the ashes, which are then processed in a high-pressure, high-temperature environment to simulate the conditions under which natural diamonds are formed deep within the earth. After several weeks, the result is a stunning diamond that you can wear or keep close to your heart. It's a powerful symbol of love and remembrance, allowing you to carry a piece of your loved one with you wherever you go. Would you consider such a unique tribute? Believe it or not, a hotel is offering a huge prize. To mark its 125th anniversary, the iconic Roosevelt Hotel in New Orleans has rolled out an exciting challenge. A whopping $15,000 reward awaits anyone who can return the most outrageous item ever stolen from its classy premises. Imagine a treasure hunt where the prize is not only cash, but also an extravagant 7-night stay in the hotel's luxurious presidential suite, complete with all sorts of complimentary amenities. Since the Roosevelt has a rich history and has hosted numerous high-profile guests over the years, there's no shortage of quirky stories surrounding it. Whether you've got a wild tale of something looted during Mardi Gras or a secret stash of memorabilia, this opportunity encourages creativity and nostalgia. Will you dig deep into your memory or even ask family and friends if they've ever taken something truly unique from this legendary location? Can you imagine that eerie coincidence in history? In 1930, a remarkable event unfolded in Monza, Italy, when King Umberto III dined at a local restaurant and stumbled upon his uncanny look-alike, the restaurant owner. Not only did they share a striking resemblance, but they were also both born on the same day and in the same town. To add to the bizarre connection, both men had wives named Margarita. This astonishing meeting felt like something out of a tale. However, the story took a dark turn when, shockingly, the day after this fateful encounter, both the king and the owner were assassinated in separate incidents. Can you imagine the people of Monza grappling with the strange twist of fate that surrounded these two men? Their lives, so intertwined by coincidence, ended abruptly in tragedy, leaving behind a puzzling mystery that still captures the imagination today. Let's uncover the truth about Lomba Lomba's naming system. This fascinating animal has a social structure that stands out in the wild. Unlike many species, Lomba Lombas communicate using names, allowing them to recognize and connect with one another like humans do. Imagine calling out to your friends by unique names instead of just using sounds or gestures. This remarkable ability makes their social interactions more meaningful and efficient. When Lomba Lombas recognize each other by name, they can convey important information, such as warning about danger or coordinating group activities. Their system demonstrates an extraordinary level of intelligence and highlights the complexity of animal communication. Researchers are still studying the implications of this naming system to better understand how it affects their social bonds and behaviors. By unlocking the secrets of Lomba Lomba interactions, we can learn more about the evolution of communication in animals and what it means for our own species. Isn't it amazing to think about how diverse communication can be in nature? Can you imagine lighting your home with a bottle? The Moser lamp, invented by Brazilian mechanic Alfredo Moser, is a fantastic example of innovation at its best. Using just a 2-liter plastic bottle filled with water and a dash of bleach, it can produce light equivalent to a typical 60-watt bulb. To create this eco-friendly light source, you simply insert the bottle into a hole in your roof, allowing sunlight to shine through during the daytime. The water refracts the sunlight, illuminating your room beautifully without any electricity. This ingenious solution is especially valuable in regions lacking reliable power, offering brighter, safer homes for countless families. Moser found this simple design is not only cost-effective, but also sustainable, shining a light on how creativity can solve real-world problems. How many other everyday objects could be transformed into something so useful? Here's a wild fact about Winston Churchill's secret weapon. During World War II, Churchill famously contemplated using glow-in-the-dark foxes as a part of a surprise attack strategy against Nazi troops. This quirky idea aimed to instill fear in the enemy by showcasing these luminous creatures at night, creating an eerie and unsettling sight. The plan was rooted in Churchill's belief that the unexpected can be a powerful tool in warfare. Imagine German soldiers staring into the darkness, only to be confronted by glowing foxes slinking through the shadows. While the idea captured the imagination of many, it ultimately remained just that, a creative concept that never made it to the battlefield. This highlights not only Churchill's unique thinking, but also the desperate and innovative efforts made during the war to gain any advantage. It's fascinating to think how unconventional ideas like this could have changed the course of events, even if they were too wild to implement. What's your take on Churchill's unusual proposal? Hard to believe, but penguins have changed dramatically. Today's adorable penguins are just a glimpse into a rich and diverse family that once roamed the earth. Fossil records reveal that ancient penguins, some towering as tall as humans, adapted to a variety of climates across the globe. Imagine enormous birds waddling through thick forests or diving into warmer waters. Over millions of years, many of these incredible species went extinct, unable to survive changing environments and competition. In fact, the penguins we see today represent only a fraction of the diversity that once thrived. This evolution showcases the remarkable flexibility of these birds, allowing them to inhabit icy shores and rocky coastlines while still capturing our hearts with their charming waddles. Isn't it fascinating to think about how these creatures have adapted and survived throughout history? Did you know Wimbledon uses 42,000 tennis balls each year? This incredible number highlights just how important the right equipment is for one of the world's most prestigious tennis tournaments. Over the course of the championship, which features over 650 matches, players receive fresh balls every 7 to 9 games. This practice ensures that the balls maintain their bounce and feel, allowing athletes to perform at their very best. Can you imagine the pressure on players when they know they're playing with top-notch equipment? Each ball is specifically designed to meet strict standards, made with quality felt to handle the grass courts of Wimbledon. With every match, the excitement builds, but the necessity of using new balls contributes to the overall quality of play, ensuring an unforgettable experience for both players and fans. Whether you're an aspiring tennis star or just a spectator, the sheer number of tennis balls used serves as a reminder of the tradition and excellence associated with this grand event. So, next time you watch a match, think about how many balls are flying around the court.